This podcast is a member of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts and content creators, visit bio.link/Red5.
I forgot to do one other thing here real quick before I went live. My bad. So I gotta do it real quick while I'm fucking thinking about it. Damn it. Damn share button. We got one person always likes to know when I go live, so I'm letting him know. You know, he's probably asleep because it's very late on the East. How we doing, everybody? There. All right. Anyways. Nice hopping shower, Ray. Yabaldo. Hannah. Hello. We having fun yet on a Monday night? What a crazy show tonight for Sidebar. You know, they had a great show. Talked about going to Galaxy's Edge and Disney World. Like I said, like me and Kim were talking. That's pretty much one reason why I would go to Disney. And if I could, I would go to Disneyland, but they got to get me like a straight into Galaxy's Edge and then get the fuck out. I got no other use for Disney. I have no other use for Disneyland. So I'll go for Galaxy's Edge, but then I'm going to have money to make all 4 lightsabers, all 4, get all the crystals, obviously, which there's 4 at Sabi's workshop. Yeah, I would go broke if I ever went there. And then, of course, got to make a couple of droids, got to have a R2 unit and a BB unit. So, yeah, I'll never go to Disney. I just don't see. I'd rather, if I'm going to go with a bunch of friggin' people, if I'm going to go where there's a bunch of people, I'll go to a music festival instead. I'd rather do that than do Disneyland. Hey, Isaac's in the Isaac. Hey, yes. Good evening. Glad you're able to join. But yeah. All right, Yaballo. You're driving a lot of people around, buddy. You know, you talked about driving this morning when me and Kim did the racing show earlier this morning, and then you talked about driving Shanti and all them down to Disney World there in Florida, and now you're talking about driving again. You like to drive, don't you? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Yeah. But yeah, so what are we here for? We're here for another eBay unboxing. There's multiple things coming in literally this week. So tomorrow we're expecting another package. And obviously that one there, I'm gonna have to wait until Kim's off. So that one will happen late tomorrow night. Let's see, she gets off at 11. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't go live 3 a.m. Eastern, which would be 12 Pacific. Yes, Lena, we were live streaming at 2 a.m. this morning. We were definitely live streaming this morning because me and Kim, we like auto racing, NASCAR and Formula One. And a couple years ago, we would do double shows on Tuesday when Kim had Tuesdays off. And so we would do these 5 a.m. Eastern shows for racing. And then we would come back 5 p.m. in the afternoon after a little bit of a we would do a little get a little nap in and then do our regular show. Unfortunately, because of doing the double shows in one day, it got to be a lot for us. So we ended up stopping the racing show we stopped for about a year. And now we're trying to time up to be able to do our regular show normally, that we don't have the opportunity to do a lot of regular shows because it's now me, Kim, and Nicole. And so it was easier for us to bring back the racing show. And it's like, well, we're up at 2 a.m. anyways. Let's just do it 2 a.m. 2 a.m. here. Well, I guess technically we're on the Pacific time zone now, thanks to everybody else's time change, but Arizona time, we're 2 a.m. But yeah, so that's why we do it. It's crazy. But yeah, no, nobody's dreaming. We were up. But yeah. Man, we were up doing a live show. We were having fun. Like I said, we like racing. And I've been, like I said earlier on that show, been a NASCAR fan, been a race fan since my early years, and probably 10 or 5, 6, 7 years old. I know I've seen a couple of NASCAR races back in the late 70s on TV, and then really got to watch a lot in the 80s. I've never been to an actual NASCAR race, but hopefully maybe one of these years I'll get to go, or at least a Formula One race. One of the two, I like to go either one. I mean, we got 3 races now, Formula One here in the United States. Only one of them is affordable. The other 2 are expensive. All right. Awesome, Lena. Yeah, we're over here in southwestern Arizona, right? We're about 10 miles away from the Mexico line. Anyways, we're going to open this up. And of course, I always say I've got a problem. Kim says I don't, but I think I do. Oh, good. I put the side up. It's got the address label on it. That was good. Anyways, so we bought this off of somebody from Napa, Idaho. Throw that over there nicely. Bubble wrap, protected. Let's see. Yeah. Now, is there? Oh, there we go. Nicely taped right here. Maybe. Yeah, it's taped. All right. Someone's revving up their engine. Bubble wrap. Kim will like that. She'll be popping that all day, the rest of the night, since I take it back to her. More bubble wrap. So now she really gets to have a phone bubble wrap. All right. The receipt. Total cost of both of these was a total of $19.62. That includes shipping, handling, and taxes. And we'll start off with the soundtrack first, because the other one is the main reason why. But you guys know I usually like to buy more than one album when I'm ordering from something off eBay, just to help protect it. Plus, if they got stuff I want, then it's cool. And we're going to start right off. One of my favorite movies growing up from the 80s, On Golden Pond, starring Henry Fonda, Katharine Hepburn, and Jane Fonda. Also, Dabney Coleman was in this movie. I love this movie. I mean, my favorite line growing up from this movie was when the kid was talking to the Henry Fonda's character and tell him about suck face, and he walked up to his wife, who's Katharine Hepburn, played by Katharine Hepburn in this movie, and he's like, "You want to suck face?" I've always loved that line. Yeah, and I love the opening music to it. I love the music in the movie. So yeah, I couldn't believe it when like, oh wow, On Golden Pond on LP, like hello, and so yeah, I'm like, yeah, the other album was the reason why we purchased from this person, and then I found this. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting this. I mean, this is kind of messed up, but what do you expect for an older record? But on MCA, oh, a few markings on it. But I mean, that's what you get for buying used. But yeah, kind of actually happy getting this. I love this. Like I said, I love this movie. Have to clean it first, and then I'll play it. Play it on the turntable. Who would have thought? When the late 80s, when I first got into buying CDs, when I bought my first CD player in 88, no, summer of 87, I bought my first CD player. Who would have thunk that we would go back to LPs, vinyl records. I didn't. I figured vinyl records were dead. As soon as they made CDs, I'm like, oh, look, a smaller version of a record. And I don't have to flip sides. I don't have to do anything with it because it's got all the music on one side. You know, unless they released a 2-disc set because there was too many songs on it. Or you had somebody like Guns N' Roses do their album Use Your Illusions 1 and 2 because they had way too many songs to release. So instead of like picking 10 to 12 songs to release on one album, they're like, man, we'll just release 2 albums full of music. Anyways, this is the reason here. This album, a buddy of mine had the album. I recorded it off of him back in the day on, doing the dubbing cassette thing. This has got, oh gosh, the songs on this are freaking awesome. My favorite one, actually, this whole album's really my favorite one. This is probably my favorite album by this guy. And he's Canadian, none other than the Reckless album, Bryan Adams. And the big highlights off of this album are, I mean, for most of everybody from the 80s, would be Summer of '69, also the song Heaven. Also, It's Only Love, which is a duet with Tina Turner. But I love this whole album. And yeah, I can't believe it when I found, I mean, come on, it's only $5. Oh, damn, it's even got the original. This is what's hard to find when you buy used records, is ones that actually still have the original inserts from back then. Usually you got to go buy the newer ones, the re-release today as to get the inserts right. But I mean, it's obviously ripped, I mean, these things weren't made to last. Oh, damn. Okay. That's gotta be that's pretty cool. I mean, I like that. I'm sorry. I like that. I like that. Love that. Oh yeah, this record's been cleaned. Looks in good shape. I'll have to clean a little bit. Looks like a couple spots over here on this side, but it's normal. Nothing that's going to affect playback. I'll tell you that right now. Once I clean it, nothing will affect playback. So yeah, there we go. 2 new records. Hey, Spencer. Yeah, some Bryan Adams, Reckless album. Again, I love this whole album. There's not a song here I don't like. If I'm gonna listen to a straight up Bryan Adams album, this is the one I put in every time. Obviously Bryan Adams unfortunately got known, is pretty well known as the guy that's got bigger hits with ballads than he does rockers. With yeah. I mean, he's got some really good rockers. There's some really good rockers on the album Reckless. I can't remember what year this came out. What, 85, 86? Oh, my bad, 84. I was a year off. Also available on compact disc and BASF Chrome cassettes. Who remembers the BASF Chrome cassettes from the 80s? Oh my gosh, those were the days. Oh, look, we got a Chrome cassette. What? I mean, Chrome. They always have that little XDR at the beginning of them. Beep, beep, beep. You knew your music's about ready to start when you hit the leader and that little 3 little bells go off. I'll have to see if I can find that or something. Put that on the soundboard just for the hell of it. Bring back some old times. Like Ubaldo said earlier tonight in the sidebar chat, we're live. We're not on Memorex. But then, I mean, I love those old commercials. Is it live or is it Memorex? But yeah, so there we go. 2 new albums, 2 new records. Well, used records, new to me and Kim. And the collection grows bigger. I mean, what can I say? My poor daughter, I feel sorry for her. When I pass away and Kim passes away, she's got to come down here and get all this stuff. Might need an 18-wheeler can. Just bring your haul truck. Oh man, she'd be arrested in a heartbeat driving a haul truck on the highways. But yeah, so tomorrow, next package coming in. This is the big one we've been waiting for. This one is coming from Michigan. This is coming from part of the family, the ATSW family. It's the package that Brady's promised us way before I even left for Nevada last year, but life gets in the way, things get in the way. You can't get things sent. And I told Brady, don't ever worry about it. And I'll get it done. But yeah, so that's coming in tomorrow. It's supposed to be delivered between 12 and 4. But with Kim working, we won't be able to go live until probably, I would say, closer to midnight. Our time is still 3 a.m. Eastern. So that will be the next live show-ish will be tomorrow night, hopefully. After that, I've got to look, see when everything else is coming in, what dates. I think a lot of it's not going to be scheduled until next week because a lot of it just got done this week. But again, there's some cool stuff we got coming in. Probably one of my favorite ones is the fact that I got the Dukes of Hazzard complete series sealed up, unopened for $40 on eBay versus Walmart here wanting $70 for it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take the eBay one, even with, and I think it was free shipping too on it, so I didn't have to worry about paying shipping. But yeah, the next one's coming in because we actually won 2 auctions yesterday, so that is freaking awesome. And one of them is sealed, one's sealed, and then the other one's actually a 2-record set that finishes up a collection of at least this band's 80s albums for us. So I can't wait. I mean, this is a band that is very well, most people only think of them as a one-hit wonder, where they had a one hit off their first album. Unfortunately, I got into them in their second album, and so I love their second album. I also love their third album. But once we get these next 2 records, they've only released these 3 albums really were in the 80s. The one record is actually a duplicate, but it has a different cover and it's got one different song than what we had on the other album cover. So they released 2 album covers of one album, and each of them had one different song in it. So if you wanted like I'll just say like the red cover version had one song, and then the blue cover version had another song. I had originally had the cassette of the blue cover, so that was the one I've been looking for the most. Couldn't find it. Did finally find it. So that is, let me see. Let me hit tracking real quick. When should I expect them compared to when I might get them? Let's like Monday, March 25th for that one. All right, we're looking about Monday, maybe March. So maybe next Monday, a week from today, we'll do another live. If that's the case, we'll have all 3 albums to do. Like I said, one is actually from gosh, I want to say 69, and it's still sealed. Cha-ching. I mean, I'm sorry if you got an album that's from 69. I don't care if it's not. People out there don't think it's really a big artist. Well, she actually was a pretty big artist at the time. I think you could have sold it a lot more than what I paid for it, but that's fine. I'm not bitching now. But anyways, I'm rambling. Other than that, got nothing else going on. Obviously, we said we'll be back next Monday morning, roughly 2 a.m. Eastern, for the race review of the Australian Grand Prix and NASCAR at the Circuit of the Americas. So we got that coming up. We will have to get with Nicole to figure out when we can get together and do another show. More than likely, that would be on a Saturday night. It's about the only day we all have an opportunity to be able to get together. And a lot of that will also depend on what time on a Saturday night, because these Formula One races run late at night. So it'll be one of those things where, depending on where they're at, like with the Australian race, I think that is, gosh, I almost want to say it's like 8 o'clock our time. Here, I mean, it's like what, 1 or 2 in the afternoon in Australia, and it's like the race time would be like, I think 8 o'clock in the morning here. I think I got apps for this stuff. I would never know this stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, so 9 o'clock on the 23rd. So 9 o'clock. Technically, like I said, we're Arizona time, but easy way to explain is we're on Pacific. We're with the Pacific time zone because the way y'all switch your damn clocks. Man, That is the one thing I've loved about moving to Arizona is not having the switch clock. You guys all talk about, hey man, spring forward or fall back. I'm like, what's that stuff? I don't remember it anymore. It's so long. Heck, even when I was up there in Nevada during fall back, I didn't feel like it because nothing changed for me. Just the time changed, but nothing really changed because I, was up there with my grandkids, my daughter, and nothing really changed. So I was lucky. But yeah, so 9 o'clock our time, it'd be midnight Eastern on the 20th. It'd be midnight the 24th for East Coast for the Australian Grand Prix Formula One race. Obviously, me and Kim both think Max Verstappen is going to win that race. Whatever. We know it's going to happen. Yeah, Spencer, I love my father-in-law. When we'd always spring forward or fall back would come up, right? He always say, leave it to the white man to think you could cut off this from here and put it up here and gain more time. I'm like, yeah, right. Because cows, chickens, they're all their excuses for doing the time change, to do with the farmers or I'm like, cows and chickens don't give a rat's ass what time it is. The cows, when it's time to be milked, it's time to be milked. They don't care. They're not looking at the clock going, okay, it's 9 o'clock. Time for me to get milked. They're like, no, it's 4 a.m. Or it's like sun's rising. Time to get milked. That's all they care about. But anyways, other than that, I don't know what else I got going on. I should do a Twitch run of Dreamlight Valley. Speaking of which, we're thinking, I'm kind of on board with a few of the other YouTubers out there with Disney and Dreamlight Valley on thinking that the next update and Star Path the next update will include Daisy Duck. We're all pretty much under the assumption or thought process that it's going to be around April 24th of 2024. It's Wednesday, so that'll be the next Star Path. We're on UT Game Loft, which then would put Mulan coming out roughly June 19th, 2024, which is ironic since the movie Mulan was released June 19th, 1998. And then after that, we're either thinking everybody's kind of thinking the 14th to 21st of August for the third and final summer update, which includes the final run for the Rift in Time download content, DLC, the actual first paid expansion pack for the game. So yeah, April 24th, there'll be a new Star Path. If I don't have to help Kim on anything, we'll be good. But she knows. If she needs help, I help her and I don't worry about doing a live show. Now, I personally feel like it shouldn't be a thing anymore. Oh, I know. Exactly. It's kind of, it's one of those things where I think it's stayed in back to the time change thing. It stayed in because it's kind of like tradition in a way, everybody's like so used to, but it's like, man, let's just get rid of it. I know a lot of states are looking at changing straight daylight time, which whatever. Choose one and stick with it. I don't know what Arizona would do on that part. I don't know if they even thought about it, if we would just say standard time, or if say all of a sudden the government came out and said, okay, everybody's going to go on daylight time. We're not going to change clocks anymore, but we're all going to say that time forward. Would Arizona then go ahead and adopt that? And so at that point, we would have to jump our clocks 1 hour ahead for the rest of the time, but I don't know. That it's got to pass the House and it's got to pass Congress. And you think the one thing that would make, and again, we don't talk politics on this show, but you think the one thing that would be easily passed by all individuals in Congress, it would be this one issue. It's the easiest thing to pass. Pretty much everybody in this country wants it done. Most people, I've not heard anybody really say, "Oh yeah, no, I really like." I know you said you like the falling back part, of course, right? Falling back, you get that extra. Pretty much, you get an extra hour of sleep. for the human body. But honestly, not doing it, I've not missed it. I've not missed the spring forward. I've not missed the falling back crap. I've not missed, oh, my phone. Okay. Having to make sure everything is set, changing. I mean, obviously in the 80s and 90s, a little bit more a pain in the ass because you had to go change all your alarm clocks. You had to go change all your, nothing was like automatic, not like today with the cell phones and DVR or, cable boxes and stuff or whatnot, or computers or whatnot. Wait, is my computer on? I got to make sure. Nope. Computer didn't. See, I gotta look at this stuff. I forget when this stuff's set up on wrong stuff. It's supposed to be on my time zone. It's not supposed to do any fallback. Why did you see? Yep. All right. Anyways, I love this. I ramble on and ramble. See, Hannah. Yeah, I want to see one time so I don't have to work during it. There you go. Right. And that, again, I can talk with Hannah works overnights, does her and her husband both do shift work. So I know what it, and I did shift work, especially the spring, when it was, no, the fall back one sucked ass. Yes, you got paid an extra hour. I get it, but you're literally working 13 fucking hours because of the fact that we were, they're working 12-hour shifts. I was working 12-hour shifts. And when you fall back, it was a 13-hour shift. You're like, oh God. You're like, okay, I've got, never mind. The clock just changed. Never mind. I've got more time now. I got another hour added on to that time. I thought I was almost out of here. Sure, it's nice in the OT department, unless you already got too much OT and then the government takes even more money. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm rambling again. In case you're just jumping in on Golden Pond. If you've never seen the movie, go check it out. It's a great movie. And Bryan Adams' Reckless album. This one's got Summer 69, Heaven. It's Only Love with duet with Tina Turner. Mate, like I said, I love this whole album. So again, if you've never heard the whole album, go check it out. I think you'll like it. This is my opinion. But until next time we go live, which will probably be late tomorrow night, don't have Kim here. I don't have Nicole here, but I am Scott with Kim and Nicole. We are used and abused. And everyone have a great night, a great rest of your work week or week. Depending on, I mean, not everybody works tomorrow either. So if you got tomorrow off, enjoy your day off. And until next time, peace. Good night, everybody.